What if you could completely redesign your life using just 6 words? Not with some huge dramatic action, but just by making a few small but really powerful shifts in how you think. That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. 6 super simple phrases that can seriously reshape your world.
Just think about it for a second. What if everything you've ever wanted to change, everything you've hoped to become?
What if it all started with just 6 words? I know, it sounds almost too simple, right? But that's the whole idea. These tiny, deliberate shifts in your mind, well, they're the seeds that grow into massive, life-changing actions.
Okay, so everything really starts with that little voice inside our heads. So our first move has to shifting our perspective, changing the actual words we use when we think about our challenges and what we're capable of.
Okay, check out the difference here. It's subtle, but it's a huge deal. So many of us, when things get tough, we ask, why is this happening to me? It's a question that puts you in the passenger seat, like you're a victim. But when you flip that script to why not me, wow, that changes the whole game. You're not just watching anymore, you're in the ring.
This idea is something the great Les Brown talks about a lot. That simple question, why not me, pulls you out of that victim mindset and drops you right into a world of pure possibility. It cracks the door open to success by making you ask, hey, why shouldn't I be the one to pull this off? That is a powerful, powerful reframe.
And that leads us straight to our next big mindset shift, saying the words, I am responsible. You've really got a choice here. You can play the blame game, but that's a dead end. It just limits you. Or you can take responsibility. And that changes everything.
Seriously, the second you truly take ownership for your wins, your losses, the whole shebang, that's when you take back control. See, responsibility isn't about beating yourself up. It's the bedrock of empowerment. This is where your power really kicks in.
All right, so having a new perspective is great, but it's only the beginning. Now we've got to fuel some action. Because let's be real, a new mindset without any new behavior is, well, it's just a nice thought.
And this brings us to a huge principle from Tony Robbins. Take massive action. Ideas are awesome, but they're just potential, kind of like clouds. Action is the bridge you build to turn those dreams into something real.
And you know what's cool about action? It creates this incredible snowball effect. You start with one bold step, then you take another one. That consistency starts to build momentum, this force that's hard to stop. And that momentum, it builds real earned confidence.
But let's be honest. What about those days when you just don't feel like it? We all have them. Here's the thing. Motivation is fickle. It's a spark that comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is like a steady river. It's always there. And that brings us to our next key phrase. Do it anyway.
People like Mel Robbins really drive this home. The secret isn't waiting for fear and doubt to just magically vanish. No way. The secret is to move before they have a chance to settle in. Courage isn't about not being afraid. It's about moving forward even when you are. That's discipline in action.
So, perspective gets you on the starting line, and action gets you moving down the track. But how do you keep going for the long haul? That's all about mastering your internal drive.
And this leads us to a phrase made famous by none other than Steve Jobs. Stay hungry. Complacency, it's like rust. It just seizes up all your progress. But hunger? That's the rocket fuel for greatness. It's that constant itch to learn more, do more, and be more.
So what does staying hungry really look like day to day? It means you stay curious, you hold on to your ambition. And maybe most important of all, you're always willing to grow and adapt. It's about being a student for life.
And that brings us to our final phrase. And it might just be the most important one of all. Never give up. Look, talent is great, and a little bit of luck is always welcome. But both of those can fail you. The one thing that truly lasts, the thing that separates the good from the great, is just pure, relentless persistence.
The secret to incredible achievements isn't some hidden genius. So often, it's just endurance. It's that simple decision to keep putting one foot in front of the other when everyone else has stopped, to just push through when it gets tough and boring.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. I want you to think of these 6 phrases not as separate little ideas, but as your own personal toolkit for building the exact life you want.
Let's run through them one more time. Why not me? I am responsible. Take massive action. Do it anyway. Stay hungry. And the big one, never give up. These are your tools.
And that's really the heart of it.
It's not about some complicated 1,000-step plan. It's about 6 simple but deeply profound shifts in your mindset that can unlock absolutely everything else.
So, I'll leave you with this. These words, they're only powerful if you actually use them. This isn't just a list to remember. It's a choice to make. So I gotta ask, which one are you gonna start with today?